Hello everybody and welcome to the very first ever Cooking with Jasra. Today we're going to start off with something easy, grilled cheese. So you're going to want to, I'm making two, so you're going to want to take 4 pieces of bread, obviously. You're going to want 3 pieces of cheese, Kraft or really whatever type of cheese. And then you're going to want to put some butter in a pan. Make sure the pan's big enough for the bread. And you're going to want a spatula. So go ahead and put your stove on about medium. And wait for that butter to melt. While we wait for the butter to melt, we're going to go ahead and open the cheese. I'm just putting the cheese off to the side because, you need it a little bit later. Okay, cheese is open. And as you can see, while I was opening the cheese, the butter started to melt. So we've got some butter here. Try and put the butter off to the side of the pan and get a piece of bread and butter one side of it. It should look pretty buttery. Then put the side with no butter down. Not on the pan, just down. Put it off to the side. Okay, and the butter melted again while that was happening. And so, I'm going to butter this. Now put butter side to butter side. Okay, and I'm going to put some more butter on the pan. Now, if you're only making one grilled cheese, then you only need 2 pieces of cheese and 2 pieces of bread. Because, hey, some people only make one grilled cheese. Okay, and so the butter side is face up right now, so you're going to put this side with no butter down on it. Because you really want to try and keep as much butter. Okay, and then I've buttered the last piece of bread. Then I'm going to add some more butter to the pan because you don't want it to burn. And this is going to melt quite fast. Now, if you already have butter in the pan left over, then just use that butter. Why waste butter, Okay, especially during this pandemic. Alright, butter is nice and evenly all over the pan. And then put the butter side down in the pan. Okay? Now you're going to want to take a piece of cheese, put it down so that the cheese won't touch the pan. Okay, so it's covering the bread. It's not hanging off the side or anything. Okay, and then take another piece of cheese and split it in half. If you're only making one, you could eat the other half, but since we're making 2, we will need this other half. Okay, and then you're going to want to put the butter side up this time on top of the cheese. Alrighty, and now it is cooking. It takes about, 2 minutes to cook on one side, I think. So I'm actually going to turn up the heat to 6. So it'll cook a little faster. So, when it's cooking, you want to make sure you don't burn it, because if it's on there too long, it will get black very fast. And when it's cooking, if you can hear it, it's sizzling. Definitely. So when it sizzles, you just want to check it out, make sure it's still going good. can see under there. And then put it back on. Because that's not really golden brown. It's like a little brown, but not really golden brown. Excuse me. I was just cooking and it's cooking. Another tip for making grilled cheese. If you don't like your grilled cheese as cheesy, just use one piece of cheese. But it doesn't really get all over the grilled cheese. It just kind of stays in that one spot. So that's why I use 1.5. So that it's all melty and there's cheese everywhere on the grilled cheese. Because, you know, it's a grilled cheese, not toast. I mean, you can make toast in a pan, but it's just really extra. I mean, sure, it can be more buttery, but it's just really extra and lazy. Ah, perfect. So look, take a look at this. It's the perfect amount of golden brown. Okay, and then we're just gonna flip it. It's definitely sizzling. It could have cooked already, which would be really weird. It almost has. But the reason it's cooked so fast is because the pan is real hot. And there's no butter. Because it needs more butter. Alright, I'm going to go grab a paper towel and put this on. Yeah, we got a paper towel here. I'm going to set this down. Okay. Yeah. This is my little secret hack. Alright, that's perfect. Now, let's take a look at the cheese. The cheese is definitely not melted. So, this is what I do. I put it down on the napkin. And then I put it in the microwave. Yeah, I know, microwaving it, it's not really the best, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? If you heard that, which you probably did, then that is the butter browning because of how hot the pan is. Okay, so we're going to put the butter side down again. Just kind of moving it. Put down the half piece of cheese. And then put down the full piece of cheese. It doesn't really matter which order. Okay, and since the butter browned, that means that that side's done cooking. It's because the butter browned in it. Okay. Now just remember, it's not really gonna take hot. Don't touch a hot pan. It's stupid. Have to move the cheese back. Okay. Now I gotta flip this bread before it burns. Wait, let me make sure butter. Oh, no, almost just put it on the wrong way. And so we're gonna go ahead and flip. Oh no! My sandwich.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Let go.
So my mother is helping because.
Hold that for a second. Who are you talking to?
I'm filming.
Oh.
She's gonna help me with the sandwich because I kind of messed it up, and the pan needs more butter.
And your pan heats up too high.
Pro doing it. Here. My mother was a great help. If you need help, ask for help. And as you can see, this grilled cheese is going very well. I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm a bad filmer. But whatever. whatever. So, it is almost done. It is done. And like I said, if your cheese did not melt, which mine didn't, then you can just pop it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. Or
That's why you put the heat lower.
Yeah.
By having the heat lower, it takes longer to cook the sandwich, giving it
Yeah.
time for the cheese to melt, right?
yeah, if you're not like me and you put the heat lower, it takes the sandwich longer to cook, but your cheese melts. And if you don't want to put it in the microwave and you didn't put it lower, then you can keep flipping it. But that can get kind of tricky because you can bend your bread. So I would just recommend putting it at low speed or just microwaving it. Sorry about my dog. He is barking. Okay? Don't be hush. And that is how you make a grilled cheese. Mind my dog.